I was already here waiting for my turn to speak. Yes, many will speak here now, many of us. Today, I want to talk about something you all do, but you are not even aware of it. I am so happy to be here talking about this through this channel, through this medium. She didn't even know she is a medium. But she's always been her whole life. There is no difference between you and her. You are all mediums. The great question, the great difference, is whether you will allow yourselves to be in complete connection with the divine source, or the creative source, which is the same thing. It's what you call God. Your ego speaks too loudly. When the ego speaks loudly, God becomes silent. Your creative source is silent because there is no room for it to express itself. Here's the deal. I am Merlin the Wizard. Exactly. I'm here as Merlin the Wizard. I want to talk about sorcery. Yes, you like that motif, don't you? How does sorcery work? You want to learn how to practice it. You want to know how it works. Some of you might not even be interested, but the fact is that you do it all the time without even knowing it. Let me bring you some knowledge about this. There is so much to learn about it, so much. You know nothing. Sorcery begins by using your words. Your words are the conduit which drives you into feelings and emotions. Whenever you have an emotion, you transfer energy. You create energy from your words and emotions. That energy is created inside you and is projected outward. It is projected to whatever is the target of your sorcery. Yes, it has a destination. When your energy reaches its destination, it will come back to you twice as strong, reaching you back. Your sorcery comes back to you. Yes, sorcery goes out, but it also comes back. Everything in the universe works that way. Everything you do will return to you. Sorcery also returns. You must be thinking now, I don't do any sorcery. Except you do. What do you think about the people who bother you? You do think about them either with words or feelings. You have an emotion, which is not a good one. That emotion creates energy that leaves towards that person. If that person is on the same level of that energy, or lower than the one you are projecting, they will assimilate it. They might even get sick because of it. They might become the victim of an accident. There might be several consequences caused by your sorcery. Your thoughts and emotions create that energy. Are you following that? Once that energy, that sorcery, reaches the other person, it will return to you twice as strong. You probably won't notice it because you are already vibrating in that same low frequency. Except, sooner or later, something will happen to you, and you will be left wondering, why is this happening to me? Why did that happen? You might lose money, or you might get sick. Something will happen to you, but you'll have no idea why. The reason is because you have used sorcery. Likewise, the same is true for words and thoughts that vibrate love. Whenever you feel love, you have an emotion. That emotion creates energy, and that energy will reach someone, the address of your sorcery. When it does, they will feel that. Whenever they do, no matter how low they vibrate, they will assimilate it, and something will happen to them. They might have different thoughts for that moment. They might get an insight or an idea. They might even be cured. Yes. How do you think Jesus cured people? Through his love. He projected his energy of love onto others. People were cured because of the positive sorcery of love that Jesus projected towards them. That energy will also return to you. So, what kind of sorcery do you cast? Like I said, you do cast magic all the time. You are constantly thinking, feeling, projecting energy. That is sorcery, and it has a destination address. That address can be a person, an animal, a plant, a tree, nature, or the universe. Even if you project it to one person, you are projecting it to the entire universe. There is no separation. No one is apart. Let's say you've cast some dark magic. But what is dark magic? It is a low-frequency energy that you project towards someone through your thoughts, which create emotions. Therefore, envy is a type of sorcery. Jealousy is a type of sorcery. Snobbery is sorcery. Arrogance is sorcery. That is all dark magic, sorcery of low frequencies. Low-frequency energies attract spirits who vibrate on that same level. They feed off of those energies. They also project it to their own destinations in the entire universe. Therefore, ponder about your own egocentric thoughts, your grudges, your envy, your jealousy, snobbery, and arrogance. What are you projecting to the universe? Now is the time to take responsibility for your thoughts and emotions. It's no longer possible, nor is it acceptable for humanity to persist on it. This has already been addressed for thousands and thousands of years. Even before Jesus, it's been debated. And yet, you still haven't learned. Why have you not yet learned this lesson? Because you keep repeating the same things. You keep casting dark magic without even knowing it. Few are the ones who can cast, shall we say, light magic. Since you live in a world of duality, we'll explain things this way. Since you live in a world of duality, it will be easier to understand. If I simply talk about energy, your mind will dodge away because it refuses to learn. Everything in the universe is governed by energy, which is of low, medium, or high frequencies. There is no limit to it. There are no limits to the amount of energy a spirit can develop. Spiritual development is your ability to elevate ever more and expand your energy of love. You can practice that. It's an exercise. That's what I did when I was here as Merlin the Wizard. I kept practicing and practicing. I practiced and I trained. It's an exercise. Do not think, just because you started thinking positively now, and has just begun to feel love for someone, that you are done with it. Do not be arrogant. I, myself, do not know everything. Even I don't. There is so much for me to learn. I am still small, very small. Jesus, himself, says that. He's been telling you he also has so much to learn, that he is not God. So, who are you to think that you know it all? Let's tone it down, as you say it. Let's settle the ego down. It's an exercise, so start practicing it. Start looking at people in a loving way. Whenever you have negative thoughts, start to realize that you are projecting energy or sorcery to someone. If they are sensitive enough, they'll feel it. They can feel it. This girl here, when she began to record these videos, ever since she began her awakening, which wasn't recently, she began to feel other people's energies, including her own friends, people watching her videos, people close to her. All of it reached her, it did. She felt them because she is a sensitive. She can sense things. What does she do with it? She transforms that into love. she converts it into love. She's learned how to do that. She's already taught you that. Whenever you have negative thoughts, which is sorcery, the first thing you can do is to convert that into love. That's an exercise. Convert it into love. Convert it into light. That is sorcery. But I guess you can't see it. You can't see it because you are blind. You are in blindness. You can't see it, so you can't believe it. Therefore, you allow yourselves to think the way you think, and feel the way you feel. Except you should no longer do that. That's no longer acceptable. That's no longer acceptable. We've come here to say this to you, all of us. What about you? What will you do about it? Now is the time for you to learn. You may learn through love, which is what we are doing here. We are bringing these messages with love, so you can learn through love, so you can learn through dedication. Otherwise, you will learn through pain, and I would not like to see that happen to you. I don't want to see it happen to you. That's why we are here. Not just here, but through various other channels, through the emissaries that Jesus has brought to this planet. That's what you call him, Jesus. We are connected to all of them. They have been chosen to send the messages of love, messages that need to be sent now to awaken you. Wake up. If you do not awaken, you will learn through pain. It will be profound. It will be agonizing. It will be like a knife cutting through your essence. Can you imagine what kind of pain that is? Therefore, you'd better start changing now. The basis for this change is in your thoughts and emotions. Everything is sorcery. In fact, I'm going to talk about something now. This channel will talk about this a lot. Parents who get angry at their children because they do something they don't want them to. Parents who cannot control their kids, who are unable to express love for them. They are casting dark magic against their own children. We need to bring this knowledge to you. You need to take charge of your ego, your negative emotions, the thoughts which create sorcery against your own child. You will be held liable for everything that happens to them as consequences of your actions. Everything you do to your children, you will pay back twice as much. It is time for you to take responsibility for your life. You are negligent about it. You couldn't care less about what you do to your children. It is time to learn how to treat human beings the way they're supposed to be treated. With love, care, respect, compassion, and unconditional love. That's what you should be doing if you wish to learn through love. Now, if you wish to learn through pain, just keep doing what you're doing. And have a knife cut through your essence. You will feel unimaginable pain. I'm using this metaphor so you can get a sense of what can happen to you. You have no idea. You are responsible for their lives. Parents are here on a mission to raise human beings. Spirits who incarnate on this planet to fulfill their mission. To evolve and ascend. You have agreed to that in the spiritual plane. Except, once you get here, what do? Every anger you feel is a dark magic you cast. You will be responsible for all of the sorcery you cast on your children. For every thought and emotion, for every sorcery. You get that, right? Can you follow me? Every thought, every emotion, creates a critical mass of energy that is projected to your kids, to your children. Your kids are not the only ones affected. It affects the entire universe. It is time to take responsibility, to learn how to treat children, and how to raise them. It is time. It is no longer allowed for human beings on this earth to treat children the way they do. God's little ones. That is no longer allowed. You will be responsible for every act, for every thought, for every feeling that you project on your children. It is time to become responsible. Don't you call yourselves adults? Don't you call yourselves adults? This is the time to become one. It is time. Can you understand me? Can you realize what you're doing? I'm taking long pauses so you can feel my words. So they don't fall on deaf ears. As you say it. So you can feel them in the depths of your soul and your being. That is where learning happens. That is where transformation happens, inside your heart. If you can't feel what it's like to mistreat a child, to cast dark magic against them, then you won't ever change. And you do need to change. You need to undergo a reform right now. Right now. Not later. Today, right now, as you watch this video. God will no longer allow children to be treated the way they are now. God will not allow it anymore. Can you get that? That's His order. Do you not believe it? Do you really think she's the one telling you all this? All right then. Is that what you think? You really think Shayla is the one saying all this? All right, keep thinking that. Keep thinking that. Even if it were her, There's a lot for you to learn here. Isn't there? She's not the one talking here. It is not her. It is me, Merlin the Wizard. I am here to teach you about the sorcery you create every day in your life. Every day, you create sorcery through your words, your thoughts, and your feelings. I am here to give you a message from God. Stop casting dark magic on your children. You are casting dark magic on God's little ones. The innocent, the harmless, the unprotected ones. You, as a parent, are here on a mission to care for, to look after, to foster, to protect, and to love your children. Is that what you are doing? Are you really doing that? You might think that your child is defiant and difficult. Sure. Can you see what they're teaching you by acting out that way? They are teaching you to be patient. They are teaching you to expand your love, even though they're acting out. Love will be able to change and mold them. Love will be able to calm them down. Children have so much energy. Of course, you never know whose spirit is in that child's body. Some of them carry a spirit of much light. So much light. Those spirits are sent by God, our Father Mother, by Sananda, in order to bring us the Word of God, and to transform what needs to be changed on planet Earth. They are emissaries of God. Yes, they have been children before, but they weren't born ready. Their environment can influence the fulfillment of their mission, and you will bear the brunt for it. If their environment is filled with violence, aggression, and dark magic, they might not achieve their goals, and you will be responsible for that. Yes, in the spiritual plane, you will be held accountable for your child's failure in their mission on planet Earth. By assaulting, abusing, and casting dark magic on them. Do not think you will not be liable. Just as likely, there are children here who are dark wizards. Those are children whose spirits are full of shadows, highly perverted and grossly disobedient to God's will. God's mercy has given you the opportunity to love them, to help them kindle the love within themselves. What other mission could be greater than that? Do you have any idea of what's waiting for you if you're able to fulfill such a mission? To incite love in such a spirit? As they say it, the kingdom of heaven will be yours. You will be received by Sananda with great love and celebration here in the spiritual plane. On the other hand, if you do not carry out that mission, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes. Yes, We are delivering the truth. We are not threatening anyone. That is the most unvarnished truth. It is time for truth to come out. It is time to bring light to the crystal clear truth of God, the universe, the creative source. Only the truth will save you. To be in the truth, to receive the truth, to accept the truth is to be with God, as you say it. If you are not capable of accepting the truth, then you are not accepting God within you. If I were you, I would be grateful. I would be grateful to receive the truth. It is God's love. Love brings out the truth. God's love and His compassion are dispatched to all beings. They are sent to you through God's teachings and morals, and directed by Sananda on this planet. That is what so many beings are doing right now. All the benevolent spirits who are helping you to see the truth. To open your eyes to the truth, to open your heart to the love that resides within you. You all have love within you. You have been created from it. You originate from it. You are love itself. You are within love. You simply need to awaken it within yourselves. That's enough for now. That's what I wanted to bring you today. There's a lot of knowledge in this. If you put into practice everything I just told you, all of it, then you can be sure you will take a leap forward in your development. You can be certain that we will be on your side, helping you on this journey. You are not alone. We are all with you. Stay in the truth, in the light, and in love. Thank you.